What's going on, everybody? It's Joe from the Acceptable Casualties, here to take a look at the 15mm T-35 by Gaming Models. I ended up picking this up and a couple other select tanks from Gaming Models. From them you can order individual resin tanks from just a whole list of nations, like all the major players. You can even get like I think you get like smaller Japanese stuff, Hungarian, like early war French, a lot of the armored cars that you might not usually be able to find in resin. Like I said, it is all in resin. They got landing craft, gliders, like they're just a whole slew of stuff, bunkers, everything. And the awesome thing about Gaming Models, it kind of draw me to them. It was it's $5 a tank, and I know Mark over at House of Hengist, he was the one that actually brought this to my attention first. So I was like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna order them. So I ended up ordering a bunch of stuff from them. So this is kind of the first review that we're going to do. So this is the T-35. So T-35 for the Soviets, early war, land battleship. This thing is an absolute behemoth. So I painted it up. I already did like all the mudding on it and everything. It's a resin tank. All the turrets, they separate. So this is like what the turret looks like for the top. These are all separate as well if you want them to be. I actually just glued mine in place because I didn't want to fumble around with 5 turrets. You know, you move one, the other one moves. It turns into a pain in the butt. So I ended up just gluing those down. But it looks pretty good. So this is what it looks like. It's $5 for this thing. Now I know, like, if you get the Zvezda kit for the T-35, I think it's between 10 and 12, and that's for a plastic kit. And then for the Battlefront ones, if you find it, it's usually a box of 2, I think, for around 30, maybe even a little bit more. So I don't know, to me as a Soviet player, this might be the best $5 that I've found in wargaming for 15mm. I mean, $5, you get a resin cast tank, and the details on it, they're actually really good on the bigger tanks here, as you guys can see. And I'll put it back down so you guys can get a better view of it just on the tabletop as is. So yeah, having it down there, you know, it like at arm's length, the detail for it is just as good as anything else when you're playing just tabletop wargaming. If you're in it for modeling and painting, the tanks, the T-35 right here in front of you, it has good detail, but it might not be up to par with, you know, your Battlefront or maybe some of your metal cast, you know, things that you can find at this scale that's more geared toward modeling and maybe like commission painting and things like that. You might want to still go with those, but if you're in it from purely a wargaming perspective, for $5, you can't beat it. And like that's what I do. Like, you know, I'm not trying to do any like you know high-end modeling or high-end painting. So for $5, it's an absolute steal for the T-35, and it's like that for any tank that you want to get off a gaming model. So if you're a war gamer, you're just in it for gaming, and you want a good quality model that has sufficient details on it, and you don't want to break your bank, and you only maybe need one tank instead of like, you know, a box of 5 or anything like that, Gaming Models, it's the way to go if you're a gamer. It really is. And over the next like couple weeks, you guys will see I have some T-28s that I'm going to bring out. I have a KV-2, and I also have some Panzer IIs. So you know, you guys get reviews on all the different tanks, the different sizes of the tanks, and how the details fluctuate between all of them. But like I said, for purely gaming perspective, this might be the best $5 that I think I can spend, especially as a Soviet player. You know, this tank, usually if you find it in resin or plastic, you're pushing over $10, and for $5 right here, you get a nice quality cast piece with good details, paints up really well, and it just looks good on the tabletop. So Gaming Models T-35 right here. I'll leave the link in the description if you guys want to go check out Craig's site. Awesome site, tons of stuff on there, and it's all a la carte. There's also package deals on there too, where if you buy 10 tanks, you get the 11th free. So you spend $50, you get a free tank. There's also package deals that he has in there to where you might buy, like, you know, just a mix of different stuff between like trucks, tanks, support vehicles, all packaged in one deal, and then you can save yourself $10 to $15, and you only end up spending like 40 or 50. So it's worth looking at, worth checking out. Like I said, if you're building up a small force, you need like some of those particular items, and you don't want to buy bigger boxes that have a bulk of stuff that you're not going to put on the table. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. For those of you who don't know, also we're on Facebook. We also have a Patreon set up where we're going to be raffling off stuff like this that the community wants us to review. So just go check it out. You don't got to sign up for anything. I think the link's going to be at the bottom of this video as well. Just go look at it. $1 a month, and it'll get you inside the drawings. Maybe you can win yourself a $20 or $30 kit. So I'll catch you guys later.